So you started your cleaning business and you hired a few employees, and now you have to deal with a bad client. For me, I'm not even gonna lie, I have to be one of the most patient people on earth. I'm a Virgo, and one thing about Virgos, we tend to have a lot of patience, okay? So it really takes a lot for me to have to let a client go. I'm one of those try to figure out the problem people, like really try to get to the root of the problem and try to see whether I can solve the problem. It's like a game for me, and I take great pleasure in winning this game, okay? Okay, for instance, my daughter set up an appointment to get her lashes or nails or something done, right? And she had to reschedule. And I think she rescheduled with the person twice, right? So by the second time, when she had to move it around again, because we're a very busy family and things happen to change, and that day she had to move her date around again and say, well, I'm so sorry, can I please get it done on this day instead of that day? And the lady was like, well, you know what, you just gonna have to go somewhere else with another person in the shop or whatnot. We're just not gonna take you, and da da da. And I thought that was real unprofessional of the business, quote unquote. You know, I mean, you gonna turn down money because, you know, the client said she had to change a date. And so what? She changed the date twice, but she really, you know, she really had to change the date. You know what I mean? But instead of trying to figure out, you know, just what the root of the problem was and how they can work it out so that this company can still, you know, they can still mend their relationship and they can still win a client. Instead, they just shooed my daughter off. Like, no, you're going to have to go somewhere else. There's other people in the salon and you just have to find someone else because I'm not going to take you. So I'm not one of those type of people. You know, our company, hey, I don't like to let my coins slip away. I'm sorry, I don't. I'm going to do whatever I have to do to get my clients and please my clients or whatnot. We know we have difficult clients sometimes. I have clients move their dates around all the time. Boo-hoo, okay? If they want to move a date around, I just switch some stuff around or whatnot. But, you know, if they're just downright being not showing up and stuff like that, then that's a conversation, baby. We just have to have a conversation, you know. But downright, it really takes a lot for me to just execute a client. It really does. But for some reason, our people, they don't have patience at all. Our culture, we tend to not have much patience. It's like like you rich. You know what I mean? I'm not rich. I can't afford to be saying to every little thing that pissed me off. Okay? So this is just me and how I operate. I always try to figure out the why. Why. The what, the why, and try to fix it. Okay? So you cannot be so quick to cut off your money. This is how I feel. Now, don't get me wrong. If the client is downright disrespectful, come on, guys. We know disrespect. We're not going to deal with disrespect. Nobody spitting in your face, calling you out your name. Come on. I'm not talking about that type of stuff, you know, perverts, because, you know, we deal with that as women in the cleaning business all the time. I had one guy say, well, are you going to send a cute cleaner? Like, I'm not talking about people like that. I'm talking about a client that, for instance, I had one client.
My dog will take your bed.
What?
My dog.
You put the dog on Kayla's bed? Oh, sorry about that, you guys. I had to go clean up dog poop. I had one client that had a problem with her floors, right? I had two cleaners cleaning her home. And the cleaners had mopped her floor 3 times, right? So when I got there to inspect, the lady still was not satisfied with her floors because she said that it's still white, like residue kind of coming up on her wood floors. And the cleaners were like, listen, man, we mop 3 times. Like, I'm not mopping it again. No, you know. And then one of my cleaners actually quit. It was her first day and her last day. She was like, this ain't for me. No. So she quit on me. And the other cleaner, she stayed with me, and she was like, okay, Miss Johnson, what you want to do? Because we already mopped the floor like 3 times. Like, she is difficult. So I just politely talked to the client, and I said, well, you know, my cleaner said they mopped this floor 3 times. And I said, what do you see on the floor again? And she explained to me that she got her floors, she had a little construction done in her bedroom. And that's when it dawned on me, okay, so construction dust must have been on your floor before. Okay, so now we're getting to the root of the problem, because if there was light construction dust on the floor and my cleaner mopped with a spray mop, if she didn't change that pad out, she didn't do nothing but mop and put the construction dust back on the floor. Problem solved, right? So I said, okay, I think I know what we need to do. So we changed the pads on the spray mop, and we actually put towels on the floor and went over it with our feet as we were mopping. We were able to get we were able to make the floor shine after me and my other cleaner went over the floor for the 4th time. We got it. And she was so pleased. She was like, thank you guys so much for being patient. I know this was difficult, but hey, these people are paying money just like you. When you go out to eat, you want great service, right? So that's how I look at it. And I also look at it like this. When you used to work for someone else, right? When you used to work for somebody else's company, were you so quick to walk off? Probably not, because you lose your job, right? So I used to always think of it like this. I used to be a housekeeper, and customers would always ask, can I have some more towels, or could I have this, or could I have that? And I would always jump. Even when I had a bad customer, a bad customer, and they're complaining about something in the room, I would always just jump to it like it wasn't nothing, no brainer. I would do what I had to do, or else I lose my job, right? Okay, so when you own a company, you kind of got to think of it the same way. Like, I mean, you did it for someone else's company before, so why not bust your ass for your own company, is all I'm saying. So, I figured out what the problem was, and I was able to execute on the problem, and we get to keep a client, you know. So we've had that client for a while now. And not only that client, but I've had so many quote-unquote difficult clients that, you know, whenever my cleaning crew is with me, they might feel some type of way. Like, man, look, I'm not getting on my hands and knees, and I'm not about to do nothing, you know. But I'm that person that always goes above and beyond to fix whatever the problem is. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying just like, you know, tolerate disrespect, because it's a difference. You got to know when to draw a line. But for instance, I'll tell you another scenario. I had a little old lady that wanted to know what the black stuff was, sticky stuff on her floor. She said it's like little chunks of black sticky stuff on her floor. And she said cleaners can never get it up. And she said, do you think you can like get a razor and get down there and, you know, before you mop, like, you know, pick at it a little bit? Because it's been there for years and it's just, it bothers me. So I said, okay. And I got down there with the little razor, and it came up like that. And when I did it, she looked at me like I was a god or something. She was like, oh. And she said, you know what? No one has never done that for me before. You know what I mean? And it did not take a long time. It's just, some people are just like, man, I'm not getting on my hands and knees and da 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 da. when really it might only take you 5 minutes to do. If it's only going to take a few seconds of you 1, 2, 3 and it's gone, like, come on, you know what I mean? So I would say find out what the root of the problem is, see whether the problem is fixable, whether you can fix it, and try your best to salvage whatever it is. If it's not fixable, then okay. The best thing about having a business is you do not have to deal with disrespect. You don't have to deal with difficult clients. If you feel uncomfortable, if the job is you can't please this client, you can always politely let that client go. Okay. Oh, the next thing I wanted to say was this: do not argue back and forth with your clients. Please do not do that. I had a partner go back and forth tit for tat with the client before. That was so tasteless. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't argue back and forth, okay? Either it's going to work or it's not. You don't get rid of a bad relationship the first time someone makes you mad, right? The first time someone pees you off, that a friend or your husband, you're not just like divorcing them right away, right? So that's how you have to look at this situation with your client. It's a relationship. First time they kind of get on your nerves about something, you're going to cut them off. I just think about the situation. Can I fix this situation? Is this situation fixable? And every time I think of it like that, I figure out a way to fix the situation and win my clients, because we want our business to survive. The last thing I wanted to talk to you guys about was, so what if a client doesn't pay you? I had someone ask me this question before, and they was like, well, what do you do when your clients don't pay? And I said, well, you know what? If your clients, I had to deal with this. Everybody's gonna have to deal with this. Clients that don't want to pay you, right? And what I've learned to do is either get half of your money up front, or get the whole amount up front, half or whole, get something up front, okay? That is the best way to save your own ass. Oh, wow, are they sending me this? Okay, so clients that don't pay, make sure you get some money up front. Either get half up front, something, okay? The second thing I would say is please have a service agreement, and thoroughly go over your service agreement with your clients. So make sure you have a service agreement. Make sure you get at least half of your money up front. That will save you a whole lot of headache in the end. Now, if you can't get your money up front and you're doing like a 30 net pay, what I've seen to work, this is what works for me, okay? Let's say I have a few clients. We're on a net 30 and it's 60 days have passed and I still don't see any checks. Sometimes it's best if you have sent phone calls, emails, you just have to pull up, you know. And I'm not talking about pull up on some Suge Knight stuff now, you know what I mean? I'm not saying be Nino Brown or pull up like Rihanna, you better have my money, you know. I'm not saying that type of pull up, you know. But sometimes it's best just to go there, look your clients in the eye, and just let them know, hey, I really, really, really enjoy working with you guys, you know, and I really would like to continue our relationship, you know. Been working with you guys for a year now, and I'm looking forward to having a long future with you guys, but, you know, I can't survive without my currency, you know. Just come up with something, you know, and let them know, just you know, let them know, just go up there, look them in the eyes, and just be firm. Keep it 100 with your clients. And a lot of times that works for me. They'll say, well, you didn't get it yet? Oh, well, wait a minute, let me, you know, yeah, go ahead and do that, please, because, yeah, I need my coins, okay? So that's all I have for you guys today. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe down low, and share this video. I'll see you guys on the next one.